Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to No Filter with Naomi, episode 14. Today's guest, how do I describe him? He is a multimedia mogul, a rapper, singer, executive, entrepreneur, actor. He's won countless Grammys, countless awards, MTV, American Music Awards, Brit Awards. He has many names, but I like to call him Puff. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one, the only, Sean P. Diddy Combs, and my brother. Hi, darling. How are you?
I miss you so much.
I miss you, brother. Oh, my God. It feels like just yesterday we were planning your 50th.
Yeah. you know one thing you left out that's very important, that you was on the journey with me, was when
fashion designer. Forgot that one.
Exactly, yeah.
I forgot that one. Fashion designer. I was right there. You got that award.
First African American to win the CFDA award. It was a big moment for us, something I'm extremely proud of.
I love your shirt, but first of all, I just want to say, we've been on so many adventures. We've known each other for decades, Puff, but still, the way you spoke it when you received your Clive Davis honor this year it explained everything, and I'd like you to explain to the viewers just your journey, just because it's so inspirational.
Okay. Sometimes a lot of people know about, the successful part, but they don't really know about the journey. My journey started when I was 12 years old, and my mother couldn't buy me a pair of sneakers. And I had asked her for it, like any kid would. Mom, I really want these pair of sneakers. And she just like, I can't afford it right now. And my father was killed when, I was just about to turn 3. So she was a single mother. And I never wanted to see that look on her face again. So I started being a paper boy, even though I wasn't of age to work. I would set up deals with the paper boys that were about to go to the universities, to colleges, and say, I will deliver your papers and send you half the money, if you keep the route in your name, because I wasn't of age to work. And so that was my first entrepreneurial project, my first, just. And
you did that job every day?
Yeah, it was a paper route, and I did it every day, and it really created my work ethic. So, because I was seeing my mother do 4 jobs, and then when I went to high school, I thought I was going to be an American football player, but my leg got broke the last year, and my dream got deferred. I was devastated. I was depressed. I didn't know what I was going to do. Then this was during the time where you had the whole hip hop scene starting to heat up in New York. Yeah. Late 80s, early 90s, and I just would go to the clubs and just dance my pain away, because I was in so much pain that I didn't have a B plan, and and I wanted to be a football player so bad. But I started to get picked up by the people that were casting for music videos, and I started out as a background dancer.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I started out as a background dancer. I was in Fine Young Cannibals video. I was in Father MC videos, Heavy D videos.
Cannibals, they're from England.
Yeah.
Shout out to England.
Yeah, shout out to England. So, so as I saw the journey as a dancer, I also saw the behind the cameras. I saw the executives, and I was like, wow, I want to be that. And at the time, you had Uptown and you had Def Jam, and I was in college.
What year was that?
What year was that? That was like 91.
91.
It was like 91. And
I moved to New York in end of 86. But I remember those times.
Yeah, so you know, I wanted to I wanted to get some experience because there were no actual classes or courses of how to be in the music industry. So I would call Def Jam every day and Uptown Records every day, and Heavy D, who lived in my hometown, because I couldn't get
Can I
nobody
ask
on.
you, when you called these record companies every day, you were just calling the reception? What would you say to these people?
Yeah, I would just call them the reception, and I would say to them, like, I want to apply for an internship because I was at Howard University, and I thought that, you know, every profession had an internship, and they didn't really know what an internship was. They were like, you know, you want to start in the mailroom? I was like, I'll start anywhere, but I said, most importantly, I don't want anything. You know, I'll work
You
for
want to
free.
learn.
Yeah, I just want to learn. You know, I know how to be quiet in the rooms. I know how to listen. I know how to complete tasks. And I started from getting coffee to getting tapes. When they told me to get a tape, I would run straight there and run back. So I would be back to them in 5 minutes, and they would be like, you know, how did you get that? How did you get it so fast?
They
And
saw you were
everything,
eager.
yeah,
To work.
everything that I did, I wanted to prove that I could handle more responsibilities and more jobs. So I started working with the artists on Uptown Records like Jodeci, Heavy D, Father MC, Mary J. Blige. And one day, Teddy Riley didn't show up to the studio to do a remix. And I was gonna have to pay for the studio time anyway. So I went around and I started producing. I just started playing around. And the first record I made was, you know, Jodeci's biggest record, Come and Talk to Me. You know, I remixed it, sold 2 million records. And then from then I just
And
took
who was
off.
running Uptown then? That was Andre, right?
Andre Harrell, yeah, Andre, that's
Harrell.
Andre Harrell. Shout out to
Like a family
Dre.
member.
Yeah. He gave me a chance. He gave me an opportunity. But to make a long story short, I'm just talking about the journey. And as I worked for free, I got a chance. I was patient. And my first record, I sold over 2 million copies. And, you know, from then on, I went to do Mary J. Blige. I still worked with Jodeci. Then I started Bad Boy with Biggie. And I just went on a tear, you know. I just was so focused on producing hits and making people dance and making people feel good. You know,
Now,
just
your
take.
relationship with Biggie
Yeah.
is very special. Can you tell us a bit about that? Because I never got to meet him. I wish I could have met him. Fellow Jamaican, but I never got to meet him.
Yeah. Yeah, he was special, you know. You know, he was the one that really changed my life. I mean, Mary did first. I mean, Jodeci did too. But Biggie was like just that knockout punch. You know, when I came with Biggie, and we were friends, and we were like a team. So we really made music together. It's like the stories you hear about Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson. It's similar to that type of producer-artist relationship, and then we also became best friends.
Yeah. Okay, so one of my favorite memories of you, I mean, I've got so many, but the one I told at your real 50th at the house, in your real birthday, was Morocco. I love Morocco, Puff. I felt like it was something you gave, some people had never been to any part of Africa, and you gave them that opportunity. How did that all come about?
Oh, that came about, I had a friend of mine named Wafa. She had knew some of the royalty of Morocco, and they said they really wanted to throw me a party, so they sent, you know, like 3 767s, one from LA, one from New York,
I got the one from Paris. I told you had to get it.
Yeah, the one from Paris, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we all met up, all my friends and family. And this was during the time where, you know, people were afraid to go to Muslim countries and go outside of the US.
Do you know it was the day the Iraqi war started?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because you forgot the part when I came to your office and I said, brother, we have a little issue. We need to get the planes checked. And you were like, what do you mean? I'm like, we need to get the planes checked for bombs. because we're responsible for everyone's lives going to this
Yeah.
country. And
Yeah.
you were like, why? I said, Iraq just started. So you did that, by the way. I gave you the number to call an ex-president of the United States. You called and you got the plane checked. You were responsible.
Yes. I just, you know, it was such a beautiful gesture by Morocco. You know, I can't wait to go back. And when we landed, they had, you know, the camels and the bands and the processions, and
it was beautiful.
It was just incredible. And it's like,
and
you know,
we lifted you up like the king you are. And we carried
you. It was one of those legendary parties. So imagine 767s with no rules, people partying up in the air, and all of your closest friends. And so it's one of the legendary parties up there with the white
I
party.
will never forget for the rest of my life. Amazing. So what did you, I mean, Mama Combs I love your mom, and I speak to Mama Combs every weekend and by video. And I mean, Mama Combs instilled in you a real strength and survival instinct and perseverance. Tell me about your relationship with Mama Combs. She's my mama too, but obviously your blood mama.
Yeah, my mother's like a superhero to me, you know, to see her work. She actually worked 4 jobs. She was a bus driver. She worked in a clothing store. She also was a kindergarten school teacher, and she worked for United Cerebral Palsy at night as a caretaker. So she would be up till 5 in the morning just to be able to then go to drive the bus. Then
and you went to a private school, didn't you?
Yes, yes. And so she was doing all this to really ensure that, you know, I got the best education, me and my sister, and that, you know, she just seeing your mother, you know, in that situation, seeing how hard she worked for us to have a better life, you know, she really instilled that in me now. So, you know, as a father with my kids, but also she's instrumental in my work ethic, my style, my confidence, you know. So you know,
that's what I was going to ask you. How has what you learned from Mama Combs, how it has helped you to be with your 6 kids that you have today?
I think the responsibility that you have, like, you know, I think, you know, nowadays, you know, parents, you know, are extremely lenient, but we still have a responsibility to raise. So my mother, she was tough on me at times, and that toughness is what, you know, made me who I am today. Like, I'm scared to do bad things, because my mother used to make sure that, you know, I knew the difference, you know. So
yeah.
You know, every time,
with you, that identify
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
no matter what, like that rearing from your mother is something that will guide you through life forever. You know, even if you don't want to hear it then. So, you know, with my kids, you know, growing up in this day and age, I like to set rules, boundaries. I like to teach them responsibility, you know, work ethic. And all of that came from the way my mother raised me and taught me.
So how are you taking that and what's happening right now in the world with this coronavirus? How are you applying what your mom taught you for your kids now and you to live by?
The coronavirus is something that we've never seen before. As far as with my kids and my family, just trying to make sure that we stay quarantined and we stay safe, but also at the same time to use this time wisely. You know, I talk to my kids about use this time wisely, use this time for yourself, disconnect from social media a little bit, read a book, think about your life, envision your future. You know, let's spend some quality time with each other. And then also, you know, be very, very reflective in this time to get closer to God. And, you know, and so So it's really trying to not waste the time that we have while we're on punishment. God has us on punishment, on timeout for a reason. And so, you know, that's what we've been doing. We've been really just, getting ready for a second chance at life. And
That's
and
right.
will we appreciate it? Will we have change?
We
And
have to. We have to
yeah,
come out different. We have to.
yes. And
I
so
mean,
and
one
so,
of the.
so
Go
And
ahead.
so this whole, my whole house is on the same page. Iron sharpens iron. We starting to watch what we put in our bodies. Building up our immune system.
Yeah.
Taking in that vitamin D more, and just being careful, but also really using the time, because the time is so precious. And the silver lining in this is God has given us that time that we all need in this hustle and bustle of life, just to understand how small we are in the world
In the
compared to
hemisphere
the
of
whole
things.
world, the whole
Yeah.
entire world. And
But what
we
people don't know
giving the
about
world.
you is, I
Excuse
know
me.
this about you. What people don't know about you, but I've witnessed this, is you can go around the house or wherever we've been and you recite the Bible. You're not reading it, you're reciting it from your memory. And I've seen you do that on numerous occasions. And I know it's like you're a reverend in your own way. Do you know what I mean? I know that you're a true, deep Christian. I know that you believe in God.
Yeah, I don't like to classify myself as any like particular religion.
Religion, right?
It's more spirituality, and it's more just that
Or
connection.
whatever
Like,
your higher power is, what you
yes,
connect to.
yes, yes, yes.
Right.
But I learned a lot. I learned a lot from all religions. Whether it's from the Muslim religion, Buddhist, Jewish
Yeah.
religion, things that spirituality that goes on in India. I'm always trying to take in,
All of it. And I respect that.
the
I'm the same way. It's
the good, the
important to me.
positive. But in my day, I'm constantly in pursuit of hearing God's voice, because I know if I could talk to Him, and me and Him are connected, me and her is connected, because I believe God is a woman. that that
Let's
that
hope so.
No, yeah, please. But it's that connection more than it is, being a certain denomination, being a certain Christian. It's that pursuit of God, and doing and making a difference while I'm here on earth, and making a
Yes.
change for the world the best way I can, playing my position.
Now, you started Revolt, a Revolt TV. And I mean, what I have to say about you with your social media, with all the things you've done consistently, it's been uplifting. It's a positivity that you're always putting out these things consistently. And you started Revolt TV, and recently, 2 weeks ago, you had your first town hall. Tell us about why you started the Revolt TV and what is these town halls, because everyone's loving them. They come in on weekly.
Yes. Right now, I started Revolt like 6-7 years ago, and it was because in America we had no networks that were owned by African Americans, for African Americans. The lens that we're portrayed through other networks aren't who we really are. And so I wanted to actually, make a network and a platform for, African Americans, as far as, not trying to be the new BET, but giving us a voice, and it being inclusive to everybody, and the unapologetic voice of hip hop. But then as this coronavirus came, my original idea when I launched it was to gradually get up to giving and competing with CNN or the BBC, that being my goal one day. And
you've used it to also introduce us to, I know about it, artists from all over the world. Like I know you were Savage from Lagos, Nigeria, so that we get to see and understand what's going on around the world on that platform.
Yeah, and so the platform is made to give us a voice. That's what it is. If we don't have a voice in the press, we're watching news networks that don't speak about our condition, where we're not a priority, where our quality of life, the information is so valuable. So we started Black News, a show on Revolt. That was always my dream to get to this point, but it really got ramped up, and so it's done in a raw way right now, and it's really getting us together, our specialists from our communities, to talk about solutions. Not just to have a conversation, to talk about solutions to the problems and all types of different subjects. So it's going to continuously grow. So everybody check out for Black News. In America, we have no Black free press. We have no representation in the press. And so that's something that I'm going to change with Revolt Black News.
You also said recently that no one's going to take care of us. We, as a race, have to take care of us. Can you explain me that?
Yeah, no, that's just the truth. That's just the facts. When you're in a situation like this, you got to start realizing what's really going on, not just what you're seeing and what you're hearing. We were brought over here, and 400 years of slavery. That's a lot of time to just have us snap and forget about it, throw us out, in the community, and don't let us, get our fair share of the economy, to not have a seat at the table for any type of economic growth, any type of rise, any type of upward mobility, and so that's something that's extremely important. Is just us getting a chance to get out of these current, out of the past situations.
What would you do if you were leading this country?
I mean, that would be hard. That would be hard to say. You know what I'm saying? It's a difficult situation for anybody to handle. But
as you see, it's our race that is suffering.
Yeah, I would definitely, if I was leading this country, I would definitely give us reparations. And even out the playing field, and stop the injustice and the modern day genocide. I would attack that first on. I would make sure that the people that helped to build this country were taken care of, and that there was a change. That the curse was broken of us just being, underprivileged and held back. I would definitely pay attention to who needs the help the most. Black, brown, white, anybody, but just really focusing on the poor and really using the power that we have as such a mighty country and such a rich country to solve those economic injustice problems.
Okay, so yesterday we had Anna Winter, did No Filter, and she had said that we should, vote for Biden. And I know that you also said before Biden needs to come and talk. I can't vote because I'm not American, but you said Biden needs to come and have a talk before he gets that black vote. Could you talk to me about that?
Yeah, the black vote is not going to be for free. We're going to have to see some promises. We're going to have to understand what kind of deal we're getting out of, what are we getting in return for our vote? Because nothing has changed in America for Black America. And in order for us to vote for Biden, we can't be taken for granted like we always are because we're supposed to be Democrats, or because people are afraid of Trump. It's whoever's going to take care of our community. Our vote is not for free. Whoever wants to make a deal, it's business at this point. You know, we
Yeah.
can't trust politicians. You know, so we want to know very clearly, just like Trump made it clear that he wanted to build a wall. Biden needs to make it clear that he's going to change the lives and quality of life of black and brown people, or else he can't get the vote. And I will hold the vote hostage if I have to.
You said it here, said it first.
Breaking
Also,
news. Breaking news.
You know what, I loved what you said also, because I was very proud of you as my brother receiving your Clive Davis Award this year. You deserve that. And what I loved what you said was about the music, the way hip hop is treated. Why is it not on mainstream of the Grammys? It's getting like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when the prime time viewers' time to watch it on TV is not. Can you explain that to me, please? Could you go into more detail?
I don't really think that really needs much explaining. I mean, all of these issues.
It doesn't really, but I love what you said.
No. I'm saying all of these issues just go back to the underlying racism that we accept. You know,
and we're not accepting, because you put them on a deadline too, didn't you?
Yeah. That we also play a part in this. Our oppression, we allow ourselves to be oppressed. And I'm not allowing that anymore. You know, while I'm here on this earth, you know, some of us get called to fight. Some of us are fighters out of the tribe. Some of us are the warriors. And you know,
and you're a leader, and you are now taking that position very seriously.
Yeah, and I was just saying that the Grammys this year coming up, we need to see changes. We need to see diversity.
Absolutely.
We need to see fairness, or
Afrobeats needs to have a name. No more world music. Give them the names of what they do.
Yeah, Afrobeats, and also, you know, as far as my Latin brothers and sisters that's tearing up the charts, they're not even included in the American Grammy. So it just has to. I want to work. It's something that can be solved, though. It's something that can be solved, and I know that the Grammys.
It definitely can be solved. It's just to sit down.
I feel comfortable that it'll get to a point where it'll be solved. Else, this is the year we have to start to use our power. If it's not fair and it's not all equal for everybody, then we don't show up.
If you're going to speak up, it's time to speak up now, before the new reset. I truly believe that. That you want to speak up and change, any changes has to come now.
Yeah.
Because
I'm just out here trying to fight for true change. You know, that's sometimes you get that bug where you're just tired. I'm tired, Naomi. I'm tired of the same thing. I'm tired of, you know,
repetition.
Us getting parents like
repeating history.
Yeah, repeating history over and over. I listen to James Brown.
You want to create history.
Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and they talk Mandela, the same thing. The same thing.
And they have to suffer for it. They're either dead or they suffered.
Hey man, if you allow yourself to be oppressed, then you just as guilty. If you're a witness to oppression, if you're out there and you're white, you're European, you're of any other ethnic group that's at least has a better chance in society, and you sit by and witness it, then you're guilty too. You know, and it just comes a time when enough is enough, and we have to start fighting back. And fighting back means us using our economic power and our political power. We don't have to support and make the world trillions of dollars without making our own economy and start supporting ourselves. And there's nothing wrong with that, because we need the help. So we have to save ourselves. There's nobody there's nobody waking up thinking about, how can I help African Americans today? How can I help, you know, and so nobody's going to care if you're not waking up yourself and talking about not just African Americans. As you can see, I am an African. You can see I'm an African. It's all people of color. We're oppressed all people of color.
We don't discriminate.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah. So So it's just time to fight back. So it's exciting times. It's better than just laying there.
It's very exciting times. This time is to be embraced and to reflect and to plan. I think it's extremely exciting times, but I also feel the authentic people that have been doing and not getting their opportunities will now get their opportunities that they truly deserve, you know?
Yes.
So Africa, we're getting, well, I know it's Africa. I know it's been on the cards. I know that you've got a big African team. I'm part of the team a little bit in planning your trip to these African countries. They're waiting for you. I saw you with Berna on the dance-a-thon, which was amazing, the dance-a-thon, by the way. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for having me be part of it. And you raised a lot.
Yeah, we raised, it's like close to 4 million or over 4 million right now for, just for our healthcare workers. And that was just in one day on live, a couple of hours.
That was fantastic. And it was fun.
It was fun. It was something that we needed, but we definitely had Tiwa Savage and Burna Boy. We wanted to make sure that we invited our brothers and sisters to be a part of it and have that reputation. That representation, and so that's something that has been a dream of mine, to get the diaspora together. We have for so long been separated, and it's just time to have a world view on the state of us, the state of us as a tribe. And
now, tell me,
so Dance-a-thon was great, and going to Africa is something that I really want to do, and really want to show a different narrative of Africa, not just like flies on little babies' faces.
Yes, I'm with you.
And just,
I say it every day, because
you're not
it's the beauty and the peace that I feel there, and the perception is so wrong of the whole continent.
Yeah, and so I just want to come there, and I want to see the beauty of Africa, and I want to meet with my brothers and sisters, and really be a connector for
the diaspora. God, you're gonna have the best time. You're gonna have the best time.
And then I can't wait. It's just
incredible.
I know I know who I am, and I know where I come from. I know I come from descendants of kings and queens, and I know which continent I came from, where my lineage goes back to, and for me to have lived a true life, I have to go and understand where I came from. And I think we all do. We all have to understand that we're not, especially over in America, we're not just we're not just ex-slaves. We have a whole.
We're proud of you for many things, and I tell you, another proud moment for me was seeing you standing next to Warren Buffett at the Forbes event. I was so proud, Puff, for one of our first to get to their billion. Just the achievement. I know you worked so hard. It was a very proud moment for all of us to see you up there. What was that like for you?
Oh man, it felt, it felt good to have worked hard to get a seat at the table. But honestly, what it felt to me was like, wow, man, I'm the only black guy up here, and it was like 100. It was like 100 people, and it was just really, it made me want to work. It made me proud. I was definitely proud for the honor of one of the 100 greatest businessmen ever, and but at the same time, I was disheartened. It's like if you make it someplace and then you make it there by yourself, it had me want to make sure that I could go empower people so that stage gets more diverse, from just being, all white people up on the stage. I was proud to be next to Warren Buffett, but I was mostly proud to receive the honor and hopefully inspire some of the kids that go to my schools, or the kids that come from the neighborhood.
I'm getting to
that they could get to that level.
Now, you have an incredible school, which I've been to up in Harlem, the Charter.
I have 3 schools. 3 schools.
Now.
Yes, and they're called Capital Prep. One in Connecticut, one in my hometown of Harlem, and we're
Yeah,
opening
I've
one in
been
the
to that
Bronx
one.
when we can.
And where's
In
the
the
other
Bronx,
one? The Bronx?
the Bronx, we just got approved for a new school in the Bronx,
So is
and
that one opened yet?
no, that one hasn't opened yet. That one, once everything gets back to where we could get back in the classrooms, we'll be opening that.
It's all girls. The one I went to was all girls.
No, it's not all girls. I think they probably had you. You probably.
one-
It's not all girls. It's girls and boys from sixth grade until graduating
Right,
high
right.
school. I partner with Dr. Stephen Perry, and it's like 99% of our kids go on to 4-year colleges, and they're at-risk youth, so they're like kids that need a little bit more special attention, and we really turn their lives around with a whole leadership curriculum and a social justice curriculum, and so
How
it's just
many
been,
more would you like to
great
see?
to really, excuse me.
So go ahead.
It's just been really great to see a dream come to fruition, to be able to go back to my hoods and open up these schools that gave me the attention, because my mother made sure I went to a private school. Everybody doesn't have that blessing, and so one of the most important things is getting a fair education for the future of our young.
So you'd like to open these across the country?
Yes, I definitely like to open these across the world.
And do they pay they pay for that education, or what you give is?
No. They don't pay for that education. Charter schools, we get funding from from the Board of Education. We have to get approved for it, and then also mostly is donations. So I thank God that I have a lot of friends that are really giving as far as education and what we're trying to do. But
They're great kids. When I went, they were great kids. I had a great afternoon there.
It's so special. It's so special. We're doing a documentary now on Capital, Prep, and just the difference of how it affects people's lives. Because there's so many people that are just forgotten, and in this whole world of social media, we're seeing so much of the just the glitz and the glamour and the filter, and it's why it's called No Filter. But there's also a lot of real stuff going on that also needs our attention.
Well, you're very much about giving the young, up-and-coming, emerging artists that platform and opportunity to learn skills and to perfect their art. Also, are you doing that in music as well?
Yes. As I was saying, Revolt is unapologetically hip hop from a whole, and that also goes, the hip hop culture goes into R&B and also, Afro beats. But we've broken a lot of artists, from Cardi B to Travis Scott to Post Malone to just so many people that were on the up and coming, that we say we're proud that we gave them their first chance to really be seen and use the platform. So that's really been great.
And lastly, I'd just like to ask you, what would you say to these? I mean, you said a lot today, but to this young, inspired kids that are looking up to you today and wanting to be where you are. I mean, you've walked them through a journey, but what other advice could you give them and leave them with?
Going back to what you said about how I meant, like, that nobody's coming to save us. Like, we have to save ourselves as a community. We have to stop waiting on relief that's not coming. And so, it's just that reality of the love that we have to tap back into as a family, as a universal family. And
you're a family. You are a family man, because everything we see is with your kids. You've been through a tough time the last 15 months. It's not been easy for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you come out and you're leading.
Yeah.
You come out when
I
we
mean,
need you to do the most.
yeah, I give all God the glory, but what I'll say to people that's young out there and up and coming, make a change, make a decision to change the world. Don't think small, think big. Don't think sane, think crazy. Think of things that think of the wildest dream that comes to your head. You know, that dream is not going to be easy to get, but at the same time it shouldn't um, you
Don't
shouldn't.
let it deter you.
Yeah, you
Nothing's
shouldn't.
impossible.
You shouldn't dumb down your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like dream as big as you can, and have a purpose and an intention, and who you're trying to be and what kind of change you're trying to have on the world. And and the last thing is just working hard. You know, it's that Kobe Bryant mentality. It's just, with your craft, you have to really, really work hard to be great.
Yeah.
There's nobody that's great that hasn't put in that preparation. So
Listen, you remember one day we were doing the Pirelli shoot, and I was like, I was in it, but I wasn't in it. And you were like, sis, what did you say to me again? You were like, sis, get your head in, da-da-da-da-da, put out the phone, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, okay.
yeah,
And you were
yeah.
right. You said, get back. You said, go and reshoot the picture. That wasn't it. You didn't hit it. Go and reshoot it. And I went back and I asked Tim Walker, can I reshoot the picture? You were right. You are so right. You know me.
Yeah, and it's just to everybody out there, you control your own destiny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Set goals, focus, and accomplish them, and think about more than yourself as you're doing it, because the things that we're all doing, the things that you do, have an effect on people in such a positive way if you have that intention.
Setting your intention. And finally, what are you doing with the family? Quincy, Christian, Justin, Delilah, Jesse, and Chance. What are you doing? And now, Little Prince, what are you doing now to just stay home and stay safe? Are you playing any card games, any board games?
We're really focused on our plan after this, taking time to really, ask the girls and ask the kids really what they want to do. We formed a company called Combs Cartel, which is our family business, and a lot of their projects will go underneath that. But we're trying to really just plan and see what we want to take to the next step as a family. Because losing Kim, and now being a single father of 6, my thinking had to change. It really, I had to really get focused on their futures, and because I know how rough it is out here. So it's something that we're excited about, because they're now part of the family business. They're now ready to step up and be leaders, and so it's really about that. It's really like, what are the goals we're going to set for what we're going to do to come out of this better and stronger and have more of an impact and change the narrative of the Black family and the Black man and woman globally, as being fearless and being intelligent, and also, not taking those shorts, getting what we deserve, and doing positive things with our power.
I love you, and I can't thank you enough for your time, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I love you too.
Thank you.
Love out there to everybody. Love out there to everybody.
Love out there to everyone. I've been playing Bad Boy for Life all morning. I'm going to continue playing it all day. We need another reunion. Yeah,
we need it. Another thing we do is game nights more. Playing Jenga. I have we play other family games, and so we also having a good time.
Which is fun, because that element that all went out the door once we all got on our phones and our computers. So it's like it's bringing that sense of family back, is what I'm hearing from everyone.
Yes.
And just when there was no TVs, when you get to talk to each other and look each other in the face, These are very important basic foundations of where it all starts.
Yes.
Couldn't agree
Yes.
with you more.
Well, God bless you.
And then you're making the boys work, I saw, making the band. You sent them out to audition?
Yeah. So we're also making the band, bringing them in, letting them be a part of anything that I have going on, and just enjoying seeing them grow. So yeah, making the band. I'm putting together 2 R&B groups, so you know everybody out there from all over the world can send in your
Did you hear that first? You heard that here, no filter.
Everybody can send it. What is it? Hashtag making the band? Yeah, just hashtag making the band and put up your audition and I'll check it out
If you're
myself.
talented and you've got a voice, I would suggest that you do this. Put your application in. You never know what happens. Right, Pops?
Yeah, definitely. That's right. That's right.
Thank you so much, my darling. I love you so much.
Love you too.
Bye, brother.
Hey!
We should do a joint video when Mama comes this weekend.
All right, we'll see what's up.
Bye, baby. Bye, darling.
Bye, baby.
Love you.